I want to say a few words about energy policy in Ireland, or might I say, the lack of energy policy in Ireland. And I think that's a huge problem, because Ireland, like every other country, has to look forward to a low carbon or even a zero carbon future. We have to look at issues like energy security. But we're not making the plans, we're not putting in place the policies that will bring us to that point. And when that happens, you create a vacuum. And what has happened, of course, is that our energy policy is now developer-led. And we have seen examples of large wind companies who see a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, that they will get paid, whether the wind blows or the wind doesn't blow, high subsidies, etc. And that vacuum has meant that those policies have taken root at this point, and by default, they seem to have become Irish energy policy. Our former Minister, Marian, has said on more than one occasion that we need to look again at what is in place, because a lot of the programmes that are now there were developed during the time of the Celtic Tiger, when we thought there was no end to our money. We need to stand back now for a couple of months, and we need to do a few things. The first thing we need to do is put something called an SEA, which is a Strategic Environmental Assessment. The EU requires an SEA, and Pat Rabbitte said he would do one retrospectively for the export of wind energy. But of course, now that it looks as if that may be in doubt, I don't know if this SEA is going ahead or not. But all I can say is that I and a number of others have met with the Commission 5 or 6 months ago, and we've raised this issue with them, and they are awaiting to see what the Irish authorities are doing. No energy minister, no environment minister would dream of putting energy policy in place without having a strategic environmental assessment in place first. It makes sense. That's the basis from which you start. After that, then, you need to do a cost-benefit analysis. And then you need to look at sustainability within communities. So having put all of those pieces of the jigsaw in place, then you can start your plans and your programmes. Yes, we need renewable energy in Ireland. If we take wind, for example, we might look at offshore wind, we might look at community wind farms in certain places, as long as there are adequate and proper setback distances. We need to invest more in wave energy. We need to look at solar, biomass. We need to invest money, I believe, in combined heat and power plants. But crucially, if I were in charge, I would spend a lot of our money on looking at energy efficiency, because that will give you the greatest rate of return. Because once you put energy efficiency measures in place, that is guaranteed forevermore. And that's what's missing at the moment from our energy policy. The fact that there's no plan, there's no overall structure, and we're just lurching from one proposal to another, as I said, largely developer-led, and it is getting us nowhere fast.